What is up, guys? Welcome to a brand new video and welcome to the beginning of peak week. We are 6 days out. Today's video is going to talk all about what peak week is, what groceries I'm shopping for, what my whole protocol is looking like for the week, and even for my 5 clients that are competing. I set up their entire peak weeks as well, so I'm going to take you guys through kind of what's going on in my head for this peak week this week. And this morning I woke up 173.8. That's 2 days in a row, 173.8. My previous low was 173.6. So this is probably the leanest and the lightest that I will be amongst this prep as we continue to slowly bring carbs into the diet this peak week. So this is how I'm looking right now. I'm flat as shit. No food in me this morning so far. Some obliques. Back. And then a physique pose. Just hear myself popping and cracking. My God. All right, we're gonna have meal number 1. So today's macros are 240 protein, 200 carb, and 60 grams of fat. So essentially I get 60 extra grams of carbs today, which to me, since I've been like adapted to such like low carb, that is a lot of food. I went from 120 carb, 160 carb yesterday, now 200 carbs today, and then we're gonna just slowly up and up and up this week. So your boy's finally gonna get fed, but I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna eat, because with peak week, guys, it's important that you're focused on overall consistency, right? The same foods that you've been eating, keep them the same, keep foods the same this week, keep fiber the same, keep sodium the same, keep water the same, follow the motherfucking protocol. All right, so let's get in this video. All right, fam, so meal number 1, I just had my black cup of coffee, and I'm having obviously water, but I'm not doing my Mio, like artificial sweetener in there. I'm lowering the amount of artificial sweeteners this week, just to flush everything out, right? Even with caffeine, right? I don't need the coffee, but the black coffee in the morning actually helps as a natural diuretic for me. So we're gonna start off with meal number 1. This is a very consistent meal that I've been having all prep. But I'm actually going to basically just have like 2 sources of meat for protein this week between chicken and tilapia. I'm just gonna keep it white meat all week. There's nothing wrong with lean ground beef. There's nothing wrong with flank steak. I've been having that super consistently, but I'm just making the choice to stay super consistent with white meat this week. So today's Sunday. Obviously the show's on Saturday. So I'm just gonna finish off the last bit of flank steak that I have right here. I'm just gonna put that into the omelet. So starting off with the base of the omelet, I like to do a little bit of these mushrooms, and you're like, Chad, oh my God, you're not tracking your mushrooms. They're like, oh my God, like mushrooms are like so freaking low calorie, and I overestimate them too. I put 50 grams, and honestly, that's not 50 grams of mushrooms. Then I do spinach as well. It's just a good handful right here. And I tracked that as about 50 grams of spinach. I've been staying consistent, guys. I really haven't been like weighing out the spinach, but I have been inputting it in my FitnessPal all prep. So after that, I'm gonna be doing 3 whole eggs. Boom. Don't be the weirdo that cracks their eggs and then puts the eggshell back in the freaking container when they're done with them. Be a normal human and throw them away. Do you fucking put your eggshells back in the...
No.
You sure? Are you sure? Do you do that? Why? That's disgusting, bro. You're putting freaking eggshells in back in the fucking thing. Just, the trash can is right here, man. Come on now, Jesus. I'm gonna do 3 whole eggs, and I'm gonna do 100 grams of the egg whites right here. Boom. Look at that. 95 on point every single time. See, that's how consistent I've been, okay? And then every single meal of peak week, I am doing 5 clicks of pink Himalayan sea salt to keep sodium very consistent this week, and to also make sure my electrolyte balance is good so I avoid post-show rebounding, okay? So 5 clicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be doing that all the freaking time this week. Even backstage, I'm gonna have the pink Himalayan sea salt cracker with me. I'm gonna show you guys all the ins and outs this week, right? What I'm planning throughout the week, what I'm planning backstage, what I have planned for my clients. just so you guys can learn if you're gonna prep yourself in the future. And then I'm gonna do 2 slices of the Dave's Killer whole wheat bread here. So 2 slices of toast. And I'll show you this meal when it's finished. All right, so meal's finished up. I have 2 slices of bread here. And guys, what I usually put on the bread is this butter spray. Can't believe it's not butter spray. But again, I'm just like limiting like things that I really don't need, right? Like I said, artificial sweeteners, you know, extra additives, preservatives, you know, it's just not worth it this week, right? 1 week without this stuff is gonna be fine. Is it gonna kill me if I use it? No, I'm just making the choice to not use it, right? I just wanna be, you know, kind of careful this week with my food selection. So instead of doing just the butter spray and what I normally do, I usually do butter spray and then a little bit of cinnamon. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on top of the toast here. It kind of makes it taste like French toast, especially when you're at this point in prep. It adds a little bit of flavor to it, right? And then the omelet is just finished up. So I'm gonna take off the cover. Oh, that's nice. So we got mushroom, spinach, and then I have 3 ounces of flank steak inside the omelet. So there's that right there. That is absolutely gorgeous. There's nothing better than a well-cooked omelet, right? You fold it right, you cook it right, and then we got a little bit of mango habanero hot sauce on top. Yes, I'm still gonna be using hot sauces. I'm still gonna be using Frank's Red Hots. I'm not gonna like obviously douse everything in it, but I'm gonna use it a little bit because obviously I need some flavor in my food, right? So just a few drops of this hot sauce on top there. There we go. And that is going to be meal number 1. I'm gonna take a little hour or so to work, and then I'm gonna have my pre-workout meal, and then we're gonna head to the gym because we actually do have a workout for Sunday, which is different. But my rest day this week will be on Wednesday. Oh, and we need to go to the grocery store, so I'm gonna eat this and then go to the grocery store. All right, Ben, here we go. We literally have the entire week's worth of groceries laid out. I don't wanna have to deal with back and forth grocery runs all week, so from now until Saturday, this is exactly what I will be consuming. And nothing's really different, right? I've been having rice and potatoes as my main vegetable sources, or not vegetable sources, carb sources. And I'm saying vegetable sources because vegetables have been like my majority of carbs lately being so low. But now that we're introducing higher carbs, obviously I'm not gonna eat 200 carbs worth of veggies, okay? I'm gonna use jasmine rice and I'm gonna use potatoes. So we got some of these Smart Bite potatoes, as well as jasmine rice. These will be the 2 carb sources that I'll be primarily using, as well as oatmeal throughout the week. So those will be where a majority of my carbs come from, as well as some toast in the morning. And this is what I've been super consistent with. I've been having this exact same oatmeal, this exact same rice, this exact same potatoes. You know, peak week, you don't want to be switching up and going for fun foods and going for, you know, new recipes and super high volume, right? You want to keep things very consistent, and you want to make sure that what you're eating digests super well with you, right? And only you know what that consistent food is. So none of this right here is like magic food. Just because I'm eating this for peak week doesn't mean that you need to eat it for peak week, right? Eat the foods that you've been consistent with and choose maybe about 2 to 4 sources for your proteins, fats, and carbs. Really, I wouldn't go over like 2 to 5 sources per each of those macronutrients for your food sources peak week. And you guys need to understand that like the work is like done. Like this is the leanest I will be, and now it's a matter of fact of just filling into the show. And if you push yourself to a point where in peak week where you're playing catch up a week out from the show, that's where your peak week becomes stressful. Peak week should be no stress. You've worked your fucking ass off. This is your freaking week. And even my clients know that I'm gonna be a little bit more disconnected this week. And that's why for every single one of my clients, 5 competing that I'll put on the screen, we got Amanda, we got German, we got Brian, we got DJ, we got Aaron. Every single one of these competitors got an email from me yesterday, and I laid out their entire peak week, from macro protocol to training protocol to to cardio protocol to water protocol. Everything is laid out for them, so I don't need to get 80 million text messages this week, because you know it kind of is a challenge to get 5 people on stage and get yourself on stage, right? But just being super communicative and clear is absolutely key. So Nick sent me the same thing. He sent me the entire week out. So today we'll go ahead and put these on the screen. 240 protein, 200 carbs, 60 fat. Tomorrow, 220 protein, 220 carbs, 60 fat. Tuesday, 220 protein, 260 carb, 50 fat. Wednesday, 200 protein, 240 carbs, 60 fat, and that is a rest day for me. Thursday, 200 protein, 300 carb, 50 fat. Friday, day before the show, 180 protein, 450 carb, 45 fat. So I wake up nice and full on Saturday, and Saturday is to be determined, right? So as far as vegetable sources go, I've been having big salads. You guys know I've been loading up on a bunch of volume. And I've purposely been eating that much volume to make myself feel full, to make myself feel bloated, not actually bloated, but just super full. So this week I'm cutting down on the volume, right? There's no reason to eat super high volume foods. You want to make sure that everything you eat digests very quickly, very well. So spinach and asparagus are going to be my two veggie sources throughout the week. Very light on my stomach. I've been super consistent with both of these vegetable sources throughout prep. Asparagus is also a natural diuretic, which is going to help me flush out, have bowel movements, pee a lot this week to help myself get leaner and leaner. As far as protein sources, keeping it very consistent. 96 foreground beef is something that I've had the entirety of prep, so I'm going to go ahead and have that. I'm also going to have chicken breast. I'm also going to have turkey bacon and tilapia, and then eggs and egg whites. So these will be, well, this is a fat source as well, but these will be my main protein sources throughout. Guys, nothing really changes there. Fat sources to help me get a little bit more fat, because I have been having flank steak, but I'm choosing not to have flank steak this week. I think today and tomorrow will kind of be like the last days that I have it, because I do have some more in the fridge. Avocados will be a good source of fat for me, as well as peanut butter, which is in the cupboard. I didn't need to buy peanut butter, but these will be two of my fat sources this week as well that I've been super consistent with. As far as seasonings go, everything that I'm seasoning is going to be the same. I'm not cutting out salt. I don't know why the fuck people do that. Like, you need sodium, you need electrolytes, especially to prevent a post-show rebound by not having a proper electrolyte balance. After the show, you're just going to rebound and put on weight just like that. So even sodium consistent throughout the week. I'm going to be using cilantro and onion to be seasoning my ground beef this week. I got mushrooms and spinach as well for vegetable sources. And then here we go. Here's the fun stuff, okay? Also for protein sources, light and fit Greek yogurt. A lot of people are like, do you need to cut out dairy? And I'm like, are you sensitive to dairy? If you feel like you're sensitive to dairy, then don't have it. I've been having light and fit Greek yogurt every single day of this prep before bed. Keep it consistent, do the same thing. Show day snacks, all right? A lot of people go with rice cakes. That doesn't mean that rice cakes are magical, right? I prefer Rice Krispie treats. I haven't had a single rice cake on prep, but I've been having these. So that's why I'm choosing to go with these for backstage. A little carb up, right? I'm also doing pretzels. These are higher in sodium, and they're just a dry carb, right? So when I eat a dry carb with sodium, it's gonna help fill me out. It's gonna help get the veins, get the vascularity going on show day. If I wake up feeling flat, I'm just gonna snack on some pretzels, right? Got some pretzel Pop-Tarts, which I'm very excited to try as well. These are a little bit higher in sodium compared to the normal Pop-Tarts, which is why I got them. And then backstage as well, I got Snickers if I need them and Reese's if I need them. And like I said, guys, if I need them. Doesn't mean I'm actually gonna have them. It's all gonna be based on how I feel, how I look. Do I feel full? Do I feel like I'm getting a pump? Are my veins coming out, right? If I'm struggling to get my veins out, if I can't get a pump, I need more sodium. I need more carbs in me. So that's essentially it, guys. We also got chocolate chips for the oatmeal. We're gonna keep that in there throughout the week, and that is the prep grocery haul. As far as training goes, guys, Sunday is usually my rest day, but I'm training today. It's gonna be a lower body leg day. Monday is gonna be a push day. Tuesday, back and biceps. Wednesday is an active rest day. Thursday is a full body, and Friday is a full body as well. And this is a week that I'm actually looking forward to, because guys, I've been pushing myself damn near failure on everything, trying to keep my strength up, and my strength has stayed up, but it's left me in a position to be super fatigued with training throughout the week. So this week, I'm training nowhere near close to failure, right? I'm training in higher rep ranges. I'm training to get good pumps, and I haven't felt good pumps in a while too. So this week is gonna be really good to kind of let my central nervous system take a little bit of rest. No fatigue, no stress factors going into the show, right? Literally, this is my week. I can't focus on high stress with work. I can't have constant strenuous activity. Even my cardio is bumping down. It's 30 minutes down to 45, and then later in the week it's going to come down to 20 minutes, right? So the less stress you have on the body, the more you can feed yourself and fuel yourself properly and actually nourish yourself, because essentially I've been malnourishing myself the past couple weeks of prep. I'm just going to come into the show looking nice and crisp. So we're going to go to the gym. I just had my oatmeal. I had 2 cups oatmeal instead of 1 cup of oatmeal, and I had chocolate chips, so it's gonna be a good workout. We got a leg and glute day. I think it's 6 to 8 total exercises and about 3 sets of 12 for about every single movement today. So we're gonna take you through that. Again, I'm not gonna do any movements that are systemically fatiguing. I'm just in there to get a good pump. And let's get on with the day. Let's get on with peak week workout number 1.
Come through, just us two. I like it cause you cut too. Got that big burger bag, 156 figures. You might be out your league, you can buy that nigga. Pull up on the top, going on the dawn, I'm the dawn. Top down, riding around with the plate. Who you with? Whoa. She like all that gangsta shit. I said she like all that gangsta shit. She wanna fuck with the world. I put thumbs on your chain.
It's gonna be a good week of workouts, man. It's gonna be a really good week. That's where your body's going to put them first when they're a little bit lower. You'll start feeling better.
Alright guys, we are officially 6 days out, and I kind of just wanted to take you through what was going through my head during that workout. This is my first solo workout in a while. Working out with Nick and Justin throughout this prep has definitely been a really good push for me, in a sense to where, you know, I've been training damn near failure and pushing myself, and I haven't even shown an ounce of weakness throughout this entire prep. But I'm not gonna lie, like the past 3-4 weeks have been a really big mental battle. And I think the last time that I did a post-workout talk like this, I was in a space of like the most motivated that I felt during prep. And it's crazy to think that like as you get closer, you almost, I wouldn't say lose that sense of motivation, but you kind of get in your own head a little bit, in a sense that we're like, holy fuck, this is hard, you know what I mean? And it puts you almost into victim mentality, and you had to like constantly remind yourself that like, fuck dude, you're almost there, you're almost there, you know. But you know, something clicked for me lately to say, yo, fuck that mindset, dude. You gotta live for it. You gotta say, hey, this sucks, but I want it. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta embrace that suck. And there's a clear difference between, you know, saying you're gonna win and wanting to win. You know what I mean? And I can't sit here and say, oh, I'm gonna win this show, but I can sit here and confidently say that no one wants it as bad as me. You know, I've gone throughout this entire prep. We fucking started prep in February, right? We took a little diet break because of the coronavirus and the show getting pushed back from July to October. But I haven't let off the gas pedal, right? I started training with Nick in December. I haven't let off, and I've been balls to the wall and given this. I know I've given this every single thing I've got. You know what I mean? When I check off that yes on my whiteboard every single night. I can't check yes if I missed a macro. I can't check yes if I skipped reps in the gym. I can't check yes if I skipped my cardio session or 1 minute of cardio. You know what I mean? I've left no stone unturned for this shit. I haven't even looked at a single other competitor. I don't know who's competing. I really don't. It's me versus me. I'm in my own fucking world, and when I get backstage, I'm gonna be in my own fucking world. You know what I mean? Like, I've worked my ass off to get to this point, and you know, some may call it an obsession. Oh, Chad, all you talk about is prep, all you talk about is macros. And if you're someone that's, you know, looking to do your first prep or you're in prep right now, you might not be around people that quite understand that, right? And because in reality, you know, in general, I think in today's day and age, it's almost looked at as bad to be obsessed with something, right? Whether it's your own business, whether it's your own dream, whether it's prep, right? People will judge you, and people will think that, oh, what you're doing is unhealthy, what you're doing is weird. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck that. You can't listen to that shit, because in reality, that's other people justifying their own inaction, right? And people aren't willing to go to this extra mile. People aren't willing to take their health and fitness to this standard, which is exactly why you'll be judged. And that's like the biggest thing that's made this prep, you know, a hell of a lot better. Because my first prep, people around me didn't fucking understand it, right? My mom was like my greatest supporter. My friends didn't even get it either, right? They would make fun of me for not being going out to eat and shit. So like, the beauty of this is that everyone around me understands what I'm doing. You know, it's put me in a really good environment to prep. But I'm saying, like, this is, you know, if you're not around the right people, it can be a challenge. But understand that you need to literally be obsessed with something in order to achieve it, right? You can't just like give something half-ass attention and expect to get there. You know what I mean? Like, if you're in a prep right now, or if you're prepping for summer strategy, if you're prepping for a show, and you're not fucking obsessed with the day in, day out, the work that it fucking takes to get you in the best shape of your life, you're not going to get in the best shape of your life. You cannot be there backstage and be confident in the package you brought. And I can sit here and say I'm confident in the package that I brought because I put in the work. You know what I mean? Like, I have literally left nothing on the table. I have not went out to eat a single time this entire fucking prep, right? I've nailed every single macro. I've cooked every single fucking meal. I've hit every cardio session. I've hit every single rep in the gym, right? I've given it my all, and it's me versus me. That's the art of competing. I'm not gonna be backstage and talk shit, you know what I mean? It's only me. The only person I can talk shit to is myself. It's those inner thoughts, those inner battles that you have. And that's what you step into when you decide to do something like a prep, but not even like a prep, right? You might be watching this video, it's like, oh, I never want to do that. That's fine. That's fine. But you need to understand that you need to have that inner competitive edge with yourself with whatever you do. Because if you can have that competitive edge with yourself and you can apply pressure and you can be like, yo, fuck, like, I need to do this, and you get mad at yourself if you're not doing it, that's what gets you places. right? Getting comfortable and just saying, oh, it's okay if I don't do this today, that's the shit that puts you in second place. That's the shit that puts you behind. The way I look at it is I got the eyes on me. I'm the competitor to beat this year. With that said, peace out. I'll see you in the next video.